and it's not nice.
I mean, that made me want to cry. This is just really gonna show you what life on board is like. I live a sad life. He's mad! He's mad! What a bad, bad night.
Hello, so one thing I didn't mention yesterday that I did in my free time, I used up basically all my free time to do this, is I properly cleaned my cabin, finally. I just kept putting it off or not having the time for it, or not having the materials, and I finally found where they keep stuff, and I stole different things from different areas just to be able to clean it. I'm going to put it all in the laundry later, and I put the spray back and everything like that. But I scrubbed from head to toe my cabin. The only things I didn't do that I still want to do is change my sheets and hoover, both the floor and the bathroom, but everything else is like wiped to its bare minimum. And I'm so happy about it because I feel so much cleaner. Because I think I told you about the flies, maybe I didn't. I had lots of these little fruit flies in my cabin. I think they're getting in through the air conditioning because I don't have a window, so I don't know how else. But they've been everywhere and they've died everywhere. I don't kill them. I don't kill any animals, but I've had a lot of dead flies everywhere and it's not nice. So I've cleaned everything. I think that's one of the reasons why it's taken me so long to clean though, because I don't want to wipe away dead flies. Like, I don't like that, but I also don't like having dead flies, so I had to. And I'm really happy. And then I didn't want to do all my laundry and stuff because it's turnaround day today, obviously, so I didn't want to give them more work on such a busy day. But I think around the weekend, I'm just gonna get rid of all my towels, all my bedding, and start fresh. And I'm really looking forward to it. But I'm already really happy with the state of my room now compared to 24 hours ago. And then the other thing I wanted to come on here to say is that I'm really sad about these guests leaving. We've had such a nice week, and like the atmosphere's just been lovely, everyone's been nice. And to be honest, it's felt longer this week. I don't know why, but in a good way. Like, it's felt like I've got to know the guests better, and like we've got to spend more time together in a good way. But I wish it could continue. I wish we could have another week with them. But unfortunately, that is one of the, what's the opposite of a perk of the job? I don't know, but it's the opposite of that. But hopefully we'll get some nice new guests in, I hope. But if you were on the Danube Treasures from the 6th of September till the 13th, thank you very much. It's been lovely. I mean, again, as I said a few weeks ago, it's usually lovely, but sometimes it's individually lovely and sometimes it's collectively lovely. And this week it has definitely been collectively lovely. So thank you. And now I need to go get ready because in a moment I'll be going to the airport. Yay! The joys. See ya! I am so sad to be saying goodbye to these guests. They've been so lovely, and a few of them have left me tips, which has just been so generous, so nice, and then also left like really nice notes or comments. Like, I just had one that said thank you so much for everything, blah blah blah, and then see you in the West End, and just my heart. And it was a very generous tip. I couldn't quite believe it. And then someone else wrote on one of our feedback platforms. I wrote it down because I was so moved by it. About me. We think she'll progress to the world stages and become a household name. I mean, that made me want to cry. But this other letter also, it was just so sweet. My heart's just bursting, to be honest. Yeah, I'm very moved. I'm very thankful and very sad to be saying goodbye to these people. But hey ho, another week, another cruise. Here we go. I am very hot. It's hotter outside than I was expecting, but I am so excited. And this is just really going to show you what life on board is like, because I'm excited about the silliest thing. I went to the shopping centre nearby. I forced myself to go out. I didn't want to go out, but I went, even though it was really humid today, but anyway. And I bought things I have wanted to buy for so long, and I've not really had a good reason why I haven't, so that's why I forced myself to go out. So, first of all, this is the one I'm most excited about. Floss sticks. I've needed floss sticks for so long, and I'm so happy to finally have them. And I was debating between the 30 pack or the 64 pack, because I'm only here for another like 6 weeks or so, but I just feel like now that I have them for the first time in months, I'm just gonna be using them all the time. So I got the bigger pack. I also got some more toothpaste because mine's running very low. I probably could have only done like 2 more days with it. And a new toothbrush, even though I don't really need it, but
I thought, you know, I'm buying all these teeth things anyway, I may as well. And to tell you about the kind of person I am, I went to the supermarket first because I didn't even know if they would have, I didn't know. I know in some countries the supermarket is just like food and then you have different types of shops for different things. But as I walked to the supermarket, I saw there was like a pharmacy or a chemist. I don't know, are they different? I don't know. But mentally I clocked it and I was like, I'll go in there if they don't have it in the supermarket. And I spent ages in the supermarket comparing the different prices and the different types and what I could get. But I couldn't find any floss sticks, so I was like, right, I'll check the chemist first. And then if they don't have it either, I can compare the prices and just go for whichever one is cheapest. But in the end, the chemist ones were cheaper, so I'm kind of happy that the supermarket didn't have floss sticks. And I'm so happy to use all these. And as a very ironic present, I got myself a little cookie from upstairs. A free cookie. So I'm gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna clean my teeth. I live a sad life. And I'm listening at the moment and reading a really good book. I have like a paperback copy of it, but I've also got the audiobook. So I've kind of been flicking between the two. And it's really good so far. Really, really good. I'm about a third of the way in, I think. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it. So I'm sure it's gonna be in my favorites. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. I hope you enjoyed that. Bye! Oh, and I forgot to mention, to top it all off, I paid with cash, and it came to €5.97, so I paid €6, and they gave me 5 cents back, so I ended up paying less. I thought I was just not going to get any change back, because I can't remember now if they've still got, like, cents anymore, 1 and 2 cents. But I was delighted about that. Yay! Hello, so tonight and over the next few days is the Jewish New Year. And we have a lot of customs and traditions. I have actually made a video about it that will already be up by the time this video goes out. So I'll link that up here or here. And basically, because I'm on a ship and kind of constantly traveling, there's not very much I can do for it. So this is what I've put together. So to begin with, you're meant to have challah rolls, which are, you know, the Jewish bread, and they're meant to be round. This is the best I could get. You're meant to have apple and honey, so I stole an apple from breakfast and I still had this honey from when I was sick. And then you're meant to have pomegranates, but we couldn't find any, so this was the closest we came. But also you're meant to have a new fruit, and this is a new fruit for me. Although it's a lot, I was not expecting this much. My wonderful resident musician went out and bought this for me. So, you know, we do what we can, and I'm pleased I've managed to put this much together at least. And I will be doing as much as I can with the blessings and things tonight before I eat. So I am going to end this video here, and I will be definitely switching off for the next few days, and then we'll see when I next pick up the camera. But for you it'll be tomorrow or, you know, in the next few days. Bye! Hello. I've just tried something different with my makeup tonight for gala night, and I think it looks really good. What do you think? What do I think looking back at it with my eyes closed? We'll find out, but looking in the mirror, I really like it. Yay! Right, once again, I want to cry because of something my resident musician has done. I love my resident musician so dearly. I know I speak about him an awful lot, and it's just because he just keeps coming out with more and more things that just make me love him. He's, first of all, just a genuinely really nice guy. Well, mainly, that's the main thing. He's also very talented, very good at reading the room, very good at his job. He's just all around fantastic. But I've mentioned before on this channel, I think, that we do departure letters and arrival letters. And I was a little bit nervous because basically today was my day off. Right, I'm gonna sit you down for a minute. I wanna sit. So basically this cruise is different to what I'm used to, even though we do this one quite frequently. In my head, I'm more used to the other one. And basically, the departure letters need to be done by tomorrow night. Whereas usually on this cruise, it would be the day after tomorrow night. And because today was my day off, I was like, right, not doing it on my day off. But tomorrow, I've got a friend coming, the one who was in Linz. They're coming to me. And so I don't have the day off. I'm still working. But any free time that I do have, I want to spend with my friend rather than busy with these letters. And I know that the resident musician who I usually do it with wants to meet up with one of their friends tomorrow. So I was like, between the logistics of tomorrow, I think it's better if I can get it done tonight. And so we've just had gala night, so we sung. But then after gala night, we have a guest act at the moment. And I thought, brilliant, after I've introduced them, and once I've stuck around for a couple of songs, I'll go down to the desk, do it there, and I should be done by the time the local act finishes. So after a few songs, I turned to my resident musician and I said, I'm just gonna go down to the desk to do the letters, just so they're ready for tomorrow. And he said, what letters? And I said, you know, the departure ones that we need to do for tomorrow. Because the departure ones we'll do together the day after tomorrow, that's fine. We've got a bit more time for that one. But the arrivals, as I say, need to be done by tomorrow. And he just turned to me and went, they're done. And I was like, what do you mean they're done? And he said, yeah, I've done them already. I said to him, why didn't you knock on my cabin or at least message me, let me know? And he said, no, it's fine, it was your day off. He's mad. He's mad. I was so mad. Because here I was thinking I was gonna be preemptive. Is that the right word? I don't know. Like, think ahead, basically. And I was gonna get those letters done tonight so that neither of us need to stress about them tomorrow. And then he tells me that he's already done them today. I mean, what's that about? That's not fair. No, he's so lovely. He's so lovely. And actually the other day he was going into town and I wasn't. And I asked him to buy me some things for Rosh Hashanah. I might have spoken about this already. And he did, and then he wouldn't let me pay him back for them. And I was like, please let me pay you back. And he said, no, you can buy me a coffee. And then because of Rosh Hashanah, I knew I couldn't do it and my friend coming. I was like, I'm not going to be able to this week. So I said to him during supper, I was like, when we're in Bratislava later in the week, I'm buying you that coffee. And so then just now after I found out about the letters, he was like, coffee in Bratislava. I was like, one coffee in Bratislava is not going to make up for everything you do for me. A coffee and a cake wouldn't even cover it. Like, oh, I'm so grateful to have him. I think, and I don't want to say this presumptuously, but I think I could probably handle any cruise director if I knew I had him with me. I think I could handle any job if I had him with me. He's just the kind of person who's so lovely, so warm, so genuine, so kind, so helpful, so everything. And just, he has such a big heart. And he's funny, and he's nice. He just is. Sometimes in the world you come across people who are just made of gold. And he's one of them, and I can think of another woman actually also from the same country he's from, who is the same. And then I can think of one of my friends who is the same, who I feel very lucky to call my friend. But there's not many of those. There's not many gold people. But he's one of them. He belongs at the moment in that group of 3 I can think of. I mean, I'd be tempted to consider my parents in that group as well. But I might be biased, I don't know. I think most people they meet would say the same though. Yeah, I don't know, I'm very touched. Just to know him and the rest of them. Ooh, this video is longer than I was expecting. Sorry about that. I need to go back up because I promised him I'd have a drink with him now. And I don't know if you can see, my laundry is back. I sent that off a few hours ago again. I feel, yeah, I just feel very grateful, as I always do. That's all. Goodbye. I have spent various occasions over the last week or so, really trying to clean my room because I did not like the state it was in. I might have spoken about this already, but for one thing, there were loads of little tiny, fruit flies, dead or alive. and I wasn't a fan of that. So I did a big wipe. I stole some like wipes from the housekeeping, and then I also used just a couple of towels to like give my bathroom a good clean. I really felt like Cinderella. I was on my like hands and knees with this towel scrubbing the floor. It wasn't even that bad. It's just, it felt like it needed a good clean. I don't know, I can't explain it. And then I tried to tidy up my space. I tried to tidy up my desk area because it's always busy. But that's because like I use everything on my desk. I've got about 7 notebooks that I use. And then I've also got my laptop and my phone charger and my iPad charger and my tripod. And then there's the actual telephone and my water bottle and some food. And like I use all of it. And I've only got, I think, 1 drawer that works. Anyway, one I only want to try. I don't really want to open the rest of those. But it all just looked so messy. And then my bed looked messy as well. Even though I make it every morning, it still looked messy. And then I also had I have a double bunk bed, which you can see now is finally folded up. But it was down because I had 2 mattresses, so it wouldn't fold up. It only folds up with 1, but they needed to put a spare one in here. And just, I wasn't happy with any of it. So as I say, over the last week or so, I've been working at little bits and bobs, and I feel so much better about it now. I think the biggest thing is probably the fact that they've finally taken that mattress away so I can fold that bed up, and I just feel like I've got so much more space. It just looks cleaner and fresher, I don't know. And then obviously it helped that I gave everything a good wipe and scrub. I think I did talk about this, but I don't know. And even the mess behind me isn't as bad now. I've got my laundry, which is returned. I put the rest of it away already. But there's nothing else there. I don't know what was there before that was making it look messy, but it's better now anyway. And the bathroom is clean. And I changed my sheets and made my bed up properly. And I feel so much happier about the setup. I walk into my room and I feel good about it. And it was all little things, and it was 5 minutes here, 5 minutes there, maybe 10 minutes maximum at a time. And it did not take me very long overall, but I just feel so much better about it, and I'm so happy to have done it and to walk into my room and see it this way. My desk is still a mess, but I think it's just, I can't make it not look like a mess because I use everything and I use it all so constantly. If I knew I wasn't going to be looking at, for example, my laptop for a few days or some of these notebooks, I would put them away. But I use them more than once a day. I use them maybe 3 times a day. So in my head, I just can't justify putting it away. And then I'd love to move the telephone, but there's nowhere for it to go and I need to keep it plugged in. I don't really, but I want to be available to whoever needs me if they need me. So yeah, the desk is just something I think I have to live with. But everything else I feel much better about, so that's good. Right, that's all from me. I'm quite tired, so I'm going to get my makeup off, get out of my dress, get into pajamas, and get into bed. And hopefully I can get all that done before midnight. That would be really nice. By the way, the Wi-Fi today has been unbelievably good. I'm saying that really quietly. I've been able to upload about 5 videos or so, and they're long videos. And there's a video that I've started uploading now, which is I think about half an hour long. I started uploading it maybe a couple of hours ago, and it's on 40%, which is amazing. So I'm just trying to make the most of it because it is going to drop out again probably tomorrow, and I'd rather get it working while it works, if that makes sense. But I'm very pleased with that. But as I say, I need to get myself ready for bed. So good night, goodbye, and I'll see you when I see you next. Bye. Hello. What a bad night. It wasn't that bad. It was not good. I'm gonna get my makeup off, so come with me. Everyone said I looked different but nicer today. And I think that's got to be down to either the makeup or the hair, because I wear this dress almost every week and the rest of the makeup's the same. It's just the eyeshadow that I've done a bit differently. But it might be the hair, because it was a little bit different. Again, not very different, but just a little. I went into tonight, I had a feeling it wasn't going to be a good night. Not in terms of my singing, just in terms of the audience. I just felt I don't know, they've been fine during the quizzes and stuff. But I just had a feeling, and also we've been in Vienna today, and it's a long day for them. And some of them were at a concert, so it was just it wasn't set up to go well. Let me get into my pajama top, one moment. But in my head, I was right, knowing the fact that it's not going to be a great audience, I was kind of moving around my songs a little bit. And I was I'm going to do more songs, and I'm really just going to make the most of it. I'm going to use it as a practice session, because I don't feel any pressure whatsoever. I don't think any of the audience is going to care how I sing. And as I said, I think last week, I know I've got the songs down by now, hopefully. So I was like, I'll try the opt-ups that I sometimes think about doing but never actually do. I'll do the songs that I don't always do, but that I just feel like. And you know what? I'm really glad I had that attitude, because let me tell you, and I'm glad I predicted it as well, the audience was dead. I think it was the smallest audience I've ever had, and they were just not very enthusiastic. I kept cutting out more and more songs because I was like, they don't want this to be a long night. They don't want me to keep going. And a few people left as well, and I was like, I'd rather just finish it myself than have the whole room empty out. This stuff, by the way, has really been working for me, using this oil. But I really felt like I did make the most of it, and I did the opt-ups that I wouldn't usually do, and they went well. And I'm really annoyed because I sung on my own really well, and I did the opt-up on pretending that I've considered doing, and I don't think I've done yet, so I'll pop that in now because I was really proud of it, if it sounds good. But the music was really loud for on my own, because it started off quite quiet, so I turned it up a little bit, and I shouldn't have done that, because then I was trying to compete with the music, which maybe helped me vocally, because I do think I hit known really well as well, but I felt bad for them. But then at the end I had the strangest comment. Well, to me it just felt really strange. I had a couple of people say nice things, but it felt very like, oh, well done, you know, and that was it. Which is fine, like it's still nice of them to say it, but it wasn't as much as I often get. Which again is fine. What I usually get is like crazy to me. This felt more normal. But then I had one person come up to me and didn't say anything. The first thing they said was, how was that for you? And I was a bit like, I don't really know how to respond to this. So I said, oh, I don't know, I think it was fine, I think. And then he said, well, at least you didn't break down. And I just responded, I was like, yeah, I didn't break down, so that's a win. And then he just walked away. That was the most baffling experience I think I've had on this cruise so far. And like, I feel like I should be offended by it, but I just think it was such a ridiculous interaction that I can't be offended by it. So strange, so strange. Like, what was the motivation behind that? I don't know. But then I did have someone call me a West End leading lady, which I was like, oh my goodness. So, you know, ups and downs. Well, no downs. It wasn't really a down. It was just like it was a bit of a throwaway night to me. And before I started, as I stood there, I was just like, do I really need to do this tonight? And again, I'm really glad that I had the opportunity just to practice more than anything. But I don't know if anyone actually wanted it there. I don't know, it was strange, very strange night, but I don't feel like I wasted it, so that's good. Now, time for me to brush my teeth and sleep, because I am tired. I'm not super tired, but I'm a little bit tired, and then tomorrow night, I don't really know what I'm doing tomorrow night. I just feel tired. I want to go to bed. So good night, and I'll see you all when I see you next. Bye!